Hello and welcome back to the LFC Ahmedabad podcast with me, Vatsal, Anmol, and Roshan. The squad has returned from yesterday's episode, and here we are once again. Today it's a very special episode. We have the Real Madrid fans from Ahmedabad, and I would like you guys to introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello guys, this is Hetarth here. I am from Madridistas Ahmedabad. I'm 20 years old. Hardcore Madridista since 10 years. Hala Madrid.
Uh,
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 I'm
yeah,
I'm Trith. I'm from Ahmedabad as well. I'm a hardcore Madrid fan since 2013, and I'm 19 years old and a law student.
nice. So this is the first time we are having guests on our podcast, and we are really privileged to have you two on our panel today. So we'll have a general discussion on the game, and we'll then proceed with predictions and stuff like that towards the end. So it'll be like a pretty well-rounded and well-covered episode prior to the Champions League final. So I'll open the discussion and ask you two about how do you think Real Madrid performed this season? Matlab, did they exceed your expectations? Did they fall down on little? Can you like sum up your season in some sentences, please?
Actually, it has been a roller coaster ride for Real Madrid because after Zizou went, people expected that it's all going downhill for Real Madrid.
Yes.
Like we were expected to sign many players. Like we have not signed like a major star since like a very long time. This was supposed to be a rebuilding season for us, but Don Carlo, he came in, he left Everton. Best decision of his life. Everton relegated, but won't comment further on that.
Yeah.
But I feel, as I said, it has been a roller coaster ride. That Carlos said one thing that if they score three, we will score four, and it has been like that the whole season. It's like we concede two goals, but later on we concede, later on we score 5 or 6 goals. In UCL, it has been a season of comebacks. We came back against PSG, we came back against Chelsea, and can't mention more about Manchester City. What we did
Of
was a
course.
miracle.
Of course. Yes.
And we won the La Liga. But there's a curse with us, I don't know what. We can't win Copa del Rey. But अगर
Yeah.
UCL अगर I know मतलब if we win the UCL final, it will be UCL La Liga, but no Copa del Rey. We won't have the treble. But
Yeah.
overall, I feel it was a really good season, all because of our boys, Vinny and Benz.
Yeah. Tirth, if I ask you to rate your season out of 10, how much would you give Real Madrid? A score out of 10.
I would say it's an 8 out of 10 season.
Oh, fair enough.
Reason being, we have played very differently this season, like compared to what our usual play style is. Like obviously, it comes with the change of manager, different mentality, different tactics, and all. So Carlo is again more of a man manager. So we saw him consulting Tony Cruz and Marcelo against Man City extra time, that who should he bring on, who should he take off. So that's something really new we've seen in Madrid, like. And considering our heritage, considering Modric, Cruz, Casemiro, and all the elders, like for example,
Yes. Yeah.
even Marcelo, like the squad has learned a lot from them, and and winning La Liga, obviously, like they boosted up our spirit, and
Yes.
that's how we came up against Man City. Yeah.
So
Uh,
I think it was your like 35th La Liga title, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Throwing this question to my Liverpool buddies here, Roshan and Anmol. Like these guys are probably one of the biggest clubs in Europe, along with us, Manchester United and stuff like that, on a historical point of view. What do you think when you face Real Madrid? Like, do you what what thoughts do you get like facing Real Madrid in the final? Like, can you just sum it up? Is it something like we have made it? Like, is it a par game, or are we like ahead on form? What do you think about the game?
I think no matter like however the season goes, if Real Madrid is in the finals, like they are bound to be the favorites.
Yes,
Like
that's what I'm.
because
Yeah,
of their history and experience and everything. So obviously we are also not that bad this season. Like we have been in all the competitions, we have played every game available this season.
yeah,
So, but I think Real Madrid, because of the knockout games they have played and the teams which they have beaten, I think they have a stronger hold on the finals for now. But
yeah.
obviously, Liverpool is in a much better shape than they were in 2018. So it'll be a good finals. Obviously, let's see how they do it tactically.
Roshan, what do you
I
make out
think,
of our season? Yeah.
I mean, I haven't followed Madrid season in La Liga that closely, but just talking about Champions League, I think it's a game of two mentality monsters.
Yeah.
And uh, Real Madrid has always done it in the Champions League, irrespective of their season in La Liga. They have always done well. I think even in 2014 when they were playing Atletico, there was this last corner Ramos will score. You know, like you always
Yeah.
know that there's something that is going to come up, and then they will take that half chance. So in that sense, it is a great final to look forward to, and also for every reason that a Liverpool fan knows what happened in 2018 and how
Yeah.
things were then, and how much we were dependent on some players, and we were not the best squad yet we still made it into the final. So it was pretty
Yeah.
crazy ride for us then, and then lose to a great Real Madrid
But
squad was
see,
it was
that
a
was
motivation for us for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
And
So
then
that was
we
my
have gone up and up in our form. Our league
yeah.
form has been pretty good, and so I think considering 2018, I think we are definitely going. It's going to be a great final where it's match between two great teams where the capability is almost the same. Both teams can do, and they've shown us throughout the season
Yeah.
why they are what they are.
So he just like Roshan just touched on this, and I'll come back to Hetarth again for this question. What has changed in Real Madrid since the 2018 final? Do you see anything that has changed? That is an obvious change that Ronaldo is not there. That's one of the biggest changes which I can see as a Liverpool fan, being an outsider. Okay, is there something inside that you can give your thoughts on, something that has changed from 5 years back?
Ramos.
See, yeah, there has been a major change. Real Madrid
Yeah,
is not a team of individuals anymore. We are a unit. We were
makes
heavily
sense. Yes.
reliant on Ronaldo. Then in the final, we were reliant on Gareth Bale, Sergio Ramos, Rafael Varane. But since 5 years, we know that how to play without Ronaldo. Last 2 or 1 year without Ramos,
Yes.
because we've seen like Vinny after Ronaldo left, like Vinny and Ronaldo didn't have a season together. Like first 2 season, they went turmoil for Vinicius Junior. First season was pretty good,
Hmm.
but we see that after Ronaldo left, the next season we weren't able to perform because we didn't have that mentality. Like we didn't know how to play without Ronaldo, but now we do. Now we play as a
Yes.
unit, and I wouldn't say Real Madrid was more stronger back then. We are still strong now, and we pose more of a threat because if one person he doesn't perform, there's a whole unit. So
Yeah.
we others can carry it on their backs. We have Kamavinga, we have Valverde, we have young midfielders. We are not heavily reliant on Cruz, Casemiro, Modric anymore in Champions League at least. Like against Manchester City, you've seen Kamavinga's like play because the 2 goals Kamavinga was involved. There was one
Yes.
pre-assist also.
Yeah.
So
So
that
I,
has
I
been a major change.
I wanted to ask you guys, like talking about your knockout games. Obviously, Liverpool is a different team compared to the teams which you have faced. So, are you guys a bit worried of the Liverpool attack threat? Because seeing your results against Chelsea and Man City, like Chelsea scored 3 against you, City scored 4 against you. So, are you worried that the Liverpool threat, like the Diaz coming in and Salah back to his best, like with his fitness, and even Mane at his best, scoring so many goals recently. So are you a bit worried about the attacking threat of Liverpool?
No, not at all. We are not worried of Liverpool. Like as Don Carlos said, we are surely going to concede.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz, he has been great. We'll surely, if we concede 2 goals, we'll score 4. Like we are confident about it. Like the worry factor, like we don't have it anymore because these comebacks, all these anxiety nights, like they have made us very stronger. But I
See,
can surely say Liverpool do pose a great attacking threat. Like if our defense works, मतलब our defense is like चल जाता है तो चल जाता है.
hmm,
Alba, Militao, Carvajal, Mendy, if they work, and we have pacey fullbacks, right?
yes,
Mendy fast, Carvajal is pretty
Carvajal.
fast too. He's not a pace merchant, but he's pretty good. Then we
Hmm.
have Militao. Militao is pretty fast. Then Alaba is very fast. So I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
we'll be able to tackle it very well.
Coming on that point, I'll ask this the question for Tirth. We were just mentioning about attacks, Liverpool's attacks, your defense. Even we discussed about your attacking players like Vinicius Junior and Benzema. What do you think? Will it be a competition between Liverpool's defense and your attack, or will it be more of your defense versus our attack? What do you think? Where will the game play out? Do you think it will be in the Real Madrid half, or will it be more in the Liverpool half?
So I think it's neither basically
Okay.
because see, you have Salah, Luis Diaz, amazing players. Luis Diaz has been sensational. One of the favorite players I've seen this season. Like I loved him a lot.
Yeah.
And see, I'll admit I didn't have a Vinicius thing for myself. Like I used to hate him when we saw him last season. Like before he performed against you all last season, he was pretty abysmal.
Yes.
So I had a bad thing about Vinicius, but like he has been proving fans like me wrong. And the right wing problem which we used to have is Fede Valverde is playing out of position on the right wing, but he's been amazing. Like
Yes.
whenever he plays, he has to be the top 3 players on the pitch, and he is that good in La Liga, in UCL, wherever he has played, even in Uruguay. So I think it's gonna be attack versus attack more than
Okay.
attack versus defense of any side. And I
But
guess very important will be the midfield battle.
midfield battle, yeah. I
yeah,
also think so that
yeah,
midfield will be the key, like how we line up against you guys, because obviously your midfield
yeah.
is set, like
Yeah,
Cruz, Modric, and Casemiro.
yeah.
So I think it's all on like how we like. It depends on how fit Thiago is. Fabinho should be starting, I think. So it'll be
Thiago is a
interesting.
doubt, right? Thiago is a
Yeah,
doubt.
He's
I mean,
expected to train tomorrow,
yeah.
so it's like
If he
50.
trains
Yeah.
tomorrow, then I think it is more mentality in that sense, where if we have Thiago start, how many ever minutes he plays. I mean, if we are able to score, or if we are able to put up a higher tempo with Thiago trying to push the ball into your final third, then I think that's a risk worth taking. And we have Nabi, who is a good deputy if Thiago doesn't
Hmm.
play. We might have to tweak Henderson and Fabinho as like 2 6 pivots, and we have already played like that. So it's not something that is a new strategy for us. So I think now, even if I think it's called NFT, NFT, if NFT doesn't play, even with Henderson, I think we would need Henderson also, because
Yes.
Trent will tend to push forward, and he needs a good backup for Vinicius. And so I think Henderson is definitely going to start as a tactical plan. But yeah, I think we were also discussing the same thing yesterday in our podcast, where we felt like there are two ways in which Liverpool can approach the game. Is it either they play Liverpool way, or they play trying to negate what Real Madrid does? And so we'll have to
Yes.
see
So,
how
so
that works
sometimes
out.
sometimes playing the Liverpool way is not the best approach, because the opposition is somewhat different than what we play in the Premier Leagues. But
long
I'm sure,
ball
like,
doesn't work.
But
yeah, go ahead.
if you see the 2019 Champions League final, like we were playing like a whole different game
Yes.
against Tottenham. Like
Yeah,
we weren't, pressing and
we weren't
so it
dominating
was a whole
position either.
different,
Like
it was a whole different game. So it's
So-
really interesting how like Klopp goes tactically in this game.
But I think
coming back.
that has been historically like that. So if you see Liverpool in finals, at least the 2 cup finals against Chelsea, you'll see Liverpool has not outrightly dominated the whole game.
Yes.
And that has been the trend with other previous finals as well. So it would be very interesting how they come off the blocks with Madrid, because I feel that tempo is very important. And so when we start with a higher press and higher tempo against Madrid, we need to capitalize the first 20 minutes for sure. But again, we could also just stay and let Madrid come to us and then counter, because we have that pace. So it's just speculations, but I think it would be interesting to see how these managers turn up.
Hetarth, question for you once again. Like, what is the one key battle that you are looking forward to? Is it like automatically Benzema versus Van Dijk, or do you have some other key battles in your mind?
Vinny versus Trent.
Oh yes.
Like
That is good one.
handles Vinny, because for even the most veteran and experienced centre backs or full backs, Vinny is a mess. You don't know what Vinny will do. Like Fernandinho, he's a respected legend, but he was sent back to Brazil against Manchester City.
Yes.
When it's Vinicius, you never know.
He's got the pace, and being Brazilian, like obviously Brazilians are good with their feet, like good at dribbling also. So Trent
And also Vinicius will be pretty, but also it will be pretty effective because Liverpool plays a pretty high line. So any ball above the defense line to Vinicius, he has so much grass to run.
Like based on
Cruz do that, no.
Yeah.
Cruz do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Even Cruz, Modric, if they can't feed the ball through, they have the capability of putting over the heads, and so
that is one thing Klopp has to tweak, I guess, because Trent has the tendency of always aiding or supporting the attack, so usually leaves that space in behind his back. So if Matip plays, because Matip is usually the right-sided centre back supporting Trent on that side. So if Matip plays, then he doesn't have the pace to run back and track Vinicius Junior. So maybe we'll need someone like Konate. What do you think, Anmol? Yeah.
I think like looking at the whole Vinicius thing now, I think Konate will start because of his pace. Because Matip will be easily beaten by Vinicius.
Exactly.
So, what do you guys think of your centre back pairing? Like, I mean, you have a very good pairing, but again, if something happens during the match and if you won't have to substitute, you have Nacho, who hasn't been at his best. And so, what are your guys' thoughts on like that playing out?
Trith, go ahead.
So one thing, Nacho has had a very good season. He himself admitted that he has had the best season of his life. Like on the media day yesterday back in Valdebebas, he admitted that this is the best football he's played his whole life. So Nacho obviously doesn't have a starting role. Like since he's been in Madrid, he's a academy product, and he's happy with what he is. So I guess even if we have to substitute, I think Alaba is gonna go off and Nacho is gonna come on. And I think Militao is gonna remain on the field. And again, one I forgot to add about the battles. I guess Salah and Casemiro. I think that's going to be very important.
Fair, yes, that's a good point. So, your last game was a 0-0 draw against. I don't remember. Was it against?
It was Betis.
Betis, yes. And Real Betis. And the team, I just have the team in front of me. You played Courtois, Mendy, Nacho, Militao, Carvajal, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro, Vinicius Junior, Benzema, and Rodrigo. Do you see any changes in the starting 11, or do you think Ancelotti purposely played this particular starting 11 for keeping Liverpool in the back of his mind?
I think there's going to be one change. Valverde is going to start ahead of Rodrigo.
Okay, so you probably have Rodrigo off the bench in like 60th minute or something like that.
Exactly.
60th or 70th minute, yes. Anything that worries you about Liverpool apart from, let's say, you mentioned Luis Diaz, but and I think you guys also mentioned that the worry, you are not someone who worries about your opposition, but is there something which makes you a little bit worried about? Is there anything like that Liverpool possess?
Henderson is playing.
Probably,
Yeah, he will start. Yeah.
See, because I feel the holding midfielders, they'll play a very important role in this match too.
Yes.
And I clearly remember the way Jordan Henderson played in 2018, the final.
Hmm.
So that guy really scared me because the way he progressed the ball, because it's in the hands of holding midfielders, right? So it's
Yes.
that area. And apart from that, we already mentioned Luis Diaz, right?
Yes.
So apart from that, we don't. I don't have any worries.
Yeah, makes sense. And going asking the same question to the Liverpool guys. Anything that worries you about Real Madrid?
I think their squad depth. So starting in the starting of the season, um, Kamavinga wasn't performing that well, if I'm not wrong. Like
Yeah,
compared to what he's performing
That
in the
probably
last.
was
settling in. Yeah,
He wasn't given much game time though, like earlier in the season.
Yeah,
Now
you can
he's
say that.
showing
Yeah,
up.
you
he
can say
scored
that.
on his debut though.
yeah,
But then so they have Kamavinga coming off from the bench. They have so if Valverde starts, then they have Rodrigo coming on from the bench who scored 2 goals against City. So they have good squad substitute players. So that is a like if we get someone like Matip in after if the game goes into extra time, like they can pose a big threat on the counter. So and obviously we spoke about the midfield battle, which is going to be one of the
yes.
key things in this match.
Roshan, anything you want to add about Salah and his supposed revenge?
Well, I mean, it would have been a revenge if it was Ramos playing and him scoring against him. But
Yeah,
I don't think it is. Well, I don't know. I mean, it is a good motivating factor, you know. Like you
makes
always
sense.
want to
Yes,
perform well against a team like Real Madrid, and Spanish teams have always done really well in Champions League, and English teams have historically done pretty poorly. And so there is this chance of maximizing as many trophies as we can, because if you win
yeah,
Champions League, then you're going to play Super Cup and then FIFA Club World Cup, and so
yeah.
it gives you the opportunity of playing in 2 other trophies and getting that trophy cabinet bigger and better. So it is a good media PR strategy to say these things that like I'm going for the revenge and
Yeah,
things are not done yet, but I don't think it would be the factor. I don't think Klopp also believes in that revenge thing. Where I mean, I'm for sure for players individually, it might work where they're like, I need to prove I was not given a chance, that was ripped out of my hands, and now I have to show what I can do in the final. So, and so it would be great for Liverpool if Salah delivers. He
yeah.
hasn't given a final performance. For a player like Salah, he hasn't like lit fire on a final and just like
Makes
he's
sense.
probably
Yes.
outright the best player on the field. So he has the chance of doing it, and yeah, I mean, it might be a
Like
little bit of a factor for motivation, but I don't think that's the mindset that Liverpool will go
I,
into the game.
yeah. So talking about the finals which we have already played, we played the Carabao Cup final, we played the FA Cup final. Both of them went to penalties. Assuming this one goes to penalties as well. Question to the two Real Madrid fans here: do you guys believe you have good penalty takers in your squad? And if yes, which 5 players do you think would step up?
We both need to answer. I'll give my
Yeah,
five. You can give
yeah,
five.
yeah. Sure,
Sure,
sure.
yeah.
First person I would have is, so I'll start from 5.
Yeah, yeah. No
Fifth,
worries.
I definitely want Lucas Vasquez, because I
Yeah.
still remember that moment when he was like spinning the
That,
ball
yeah.
on his finger. So
Okay.
Lucas Vasquez is definitely fifth for me.
Okay.
For fourth, I would have David Alaba.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Yeah.
Alaba is good with the ball, like good free
Yeah.
kicks and set pieces.
Third, I would have Luka Modric.
Fair.
Second, Karim Benzema.
Do you think Benzema will like play the whole game, like the whole?
Yeah, if
like,
it goes to
120 minutes?
yeah, I
will.
think yeah. Okay.
We can't bring Mariano in.
Yeah. Who else is
It
Luka
depends on the
Jovic?
scoreline. Like if just in case if we have scored 4 goals, four goals to 1, then Karim Benzema can definitely be substituted. But if it's
Yeah.
0-0, I don't see Karim Benzema coming out.
Yeah. Tirth, do you back your squad to perform if the game heads into a penalty shootout?
Definitely. One thing being our goalkeeper, Courtois. You've
Yeah.
seen him all season. Like the best
He's good
goalkeeper
with
in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
He saved Messi's penalty.
Yes.
I don't remember which penalty he saved before that, I guess. Yeah, but it happened in the Champions League as well. So that guy is on a different level when it comes to saving penalties. And scoring, we saw how cold Karim Benzema was against Rediston as well. So
Yes.
yeah, my 5 penalty takers are gonna be Benzema, Modric, Alaba. Then I think so. Lucas Vazquez, obviously, yeah, like he
Yes.
has to be the one. And I guess one is gonna be maybe Vinny or someone. Like I'm really not sure about the 5th taker.
Valverde, would you have Valverde?
I don't think so. He's gonna be allowed to take a penalty though. Yeah, like
True.
I haven't seen him do that.
And
Okay,
I guess
I'll outright say we know who is not going to take the 5th penalty, and if he does, there's some televisions that are going to be broke.
If there's a winning penalty and like picture this, Marcelo stepping up. There's a winning penalty and Marcelo
Yes.
scoring it. The last touch of the ball for the club and lifting a Champions League trophy.
Yeah,
Is
that
he
would be
That's
poetic.
my dream.
Is he leaving Madrid after this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
retiring. He's
Oh, he's
most probably
retiring.
retiring.
Oh, fair. So I guess we have come to the most anticipated part of the podcast. Since we have covered all the points, let's start with predictions. We all know who we are going to pick. I just want to know the score line based on your confidence. I'll start with Hetarth, and we'll move to Tirth and then to Anmol and Roshan. Yeah, go ahead.
3-1 Madrid.
Yeah, I would have been shocked if you said 3-1 Liverpool. I obviously assumed you would say Madrid, but so you are
Yeah.
backing. So at least you are giving us one chance of scoring. Thank you for that.
That's enough.
Tirth,
What about you, Trith?
I say it's 4-2 Madrid.
Nice.
And,
Roshan?
I'll say 1-1 extra time 3-1.
Okay.
But extra
that's
time
in-
mein nahi lagega, but
that's interesting.
it's a
And
prediction, right? So why not go for the wildest?
I think Anmol will give us the best prediction.
I'm going for a like 90-minute 2-1 Liverpool win.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
was-
that same thing, but
You say I was going for a 0-0 with Liverpool winning on penalties, but my heart can't take 3 penalty shootouts in one season. So
No.
Probably
Penalties, I
I'll-
don't want it to go to penalties. Like if
No,
it's done within 120 minutes, it's
not
fine.
even extra time though. Historically, Madrid has done really good in extra time
Yeah.
also. So
it probably depends.
our players drop off much. Like 90 minutes is the time that we need to finish. If 90 minutes is 0-0, then I'd be pretty scared that we might lose the game. in
Yeah.
extra time.
Exactly. I think we have covered all the important points. Is there something you guys want to add, Hetarth or Tirth?
Or if you guys
Before
want to
we
ask
wrap up?
something,
I just had a question.
Yeah.
Talking about the Ballon d'Or rankings. Honestly, as a football fan, like who would you rate higher? Sadio Mane or Vinicius Junior?
so like are you talking in context of the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah,
The
Ballon d'Or.
2022 one.
Yeah, this
Yeah, okay.
season.
I think
I'll
because
still go.
Ballon d'Or is mainly based on trophies, right? Like the player who wins the most trophies gets the prize. So I think Mane has with African Cup of Nations,
Yeah, with
Yeah.
AFCON.
he is on
That
I
is-
think the most trophies.
I
And
think
if
that is the as things stand prior to the Champions League final. If Real Madrid win, maybe the balance will shift towards Vinicius Junior or Karim Benzema. But as things stand, I think Mane is leading everyone because of
because
the
of
African Cup
the
of Nations.
how Ballon d'Or is given to a player, because it's
Yeah.
mainly based on the number of trophies a player wins in the season. And with
But-
African Cup of Nations, Mane I think has a stronger hold on the Ballon d'Or than other players.
Would you prefer?
Even more than Benzema.
Huh?
I think
Even more than Benzema.
Yeah, so the Champions League will be a defining
defining factor. Yes.
defining factor. Like
Yeah.
whoever
Champions
wins
League.
this will be given
Yeah,
the Ballon
Keep
d'Or.
in mind,
Like-
we already have 2 trophies. So,
Yeah.
So
yes,
but
Super
Mane
Cup
will
and La
have
Liga.
Mane will have 4. So and like with
Okay,
the
yeah, of
international
course.
trophy as well. So
Yeah,
Whatever.
I think more than the League Cups and all of that, I think the biggest defining factor would be an international trophy. So let's say France had won Euro, and like the previous Euro, not.
and if
I
like
guess
obviously
they have a Nations League trophy though. I feel.
Yeah.
They do.
but did
If that is
Benzema
a
play?
consideration.
Was
Sorry?
Benzema playing? Was Benzema?
Yeah, Benzema scored against Spain, the curler against
Yeah.
England.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
right,
don't
right,
remember that. Yeah.
No,
I think it's a-
I know.
I think the defining factor is going to be Real Madrid. It's like, the Champions League final.
Champions League, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if Real Madrid,
whoever wins Champions League final is going to
Bro,
win the
because
Ballon
it's like I'm like it's 90% sure that the eventual Ballon d'Or winner is either going to be a Liverpool player or is going to be a Real Madrid player.
d'Or.
You can argue that Mbappe could be one, but he's just won Liga. You can argue Lewandowski could be one. He's just won Bundesliga and he's not. And Bayern got knocked out in the quarterfinals, so there are very less chances of him being one. So it's
But-
either going to be a Liverpool player or a Real Madrid player.
What are your guys like thoughts on Mbappe?
Oh,
Yeah.
No comments.
I would like to say something about it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It's very controversial. It's actually opposing the community I'm in. Like, it's actually, if I say something in the Madridista community, they're gonna be angry on me. So I think whatever happened right now, like, he's 23 years old, right? So
Yes.
it's 2022. Ronaldo happened in 2009. So if I were on Mbappe's place, even I would pick that money, like,
Right.
without a second thought. Like, I understand passion is a very big thing, but with the pressure
Yeah.
coming from the government,
Yeah.
I'm 23 years old. I already have a World Cup. I'm a very good player. I have a very bright future ahead of me. Why not go to Madrid at 26 and be a star? Why not?
Yeah, see,
Who's stopping?
that's a
But
very fair point.
But do you think that he has burnt those bridges where
No,
he has
no,
kind of-
definitely not. No,
Okay.
see, until and unless Florentino Perez is alive, I don't think so. Bridges are burned that.
Right.
See, that guy
Okay.
can pull off anything at any time. And tell me, think of yourself as a Madrid fan for a minute and tell me, if Mbappe comes at 26, you're abusing him, you're heckling him. He comes and he scores 35 goals a season. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
Yeah,
You're
that is
gonna
true.
You're gonna sit and be
But
like,
do
yeah, come.
do you see him like he's obviously staying in PSG for I think 20 till 26?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah,
Any
27.
season.
So do you
25,
see
yeah.
him going somewhere else after that, like apart from Real Madrid? Like things obviously can change in these 3 years. So
Yes,
Floated
that's a
with
very
AC
big shot.
Milan.
It's a very big shot. He's fond
See,
of AC Milan. yeah.
I think the hurt is more where is because the whole year it was flirted with and almost all the it was with a certainty, and then like
It's
PSG
like
just throws a
the
kitchen sink.
Premier League last
Right.
day.
I was
We
gonna
got
say
the
I was
hope,
gonna say the same
but
thing.
at the end we lost. So
The 2-match hopium is too much for us to handle. So.
Yes. I think the way things happened might have enraged a few Real Madrid fans. Like, it's coming from an outsider. I don't know what your feelings actually are. But if I was in Real Madrid situation and if he flirted with Liverpool for like 365 days and eventually decided to stay at PSG, I would have been a little furious and probably would never want him to in my club, to be honest. But
That
that's
is
just
why
the
I'm
way we are.
happy.
Yeah.
That is why I'm happy we have FSG as our owners, because that's never gonna happen. And so
Yes.
that is something, we can always have a laugh about having Kylian Mbappe talk about Liverpool, but never gonna end up
Yes.
here. So well,
All
I'm
right.
kind of excited for a joint screening, because it's been a while that we have had a proper joint screening.
Yeah.
And
Since
so
COVID, yes.
it would be pretty amazing final. So hope to see you guys
I
there.
especially came from Delhi, like I study in Sonipat, so I came here
Nice,
for the
nice,
screening.
nice.
Like chose to give my
That's
exam
cool.
online because of that.
Cool, man. Cool.
That's cool. It's the same thing with us also, because for 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we all were Liverpool fans who were watching our team play in Europa League and go to almost every screening that we could. And then people have moved on, but for a final, everybody's coming from Rajkot, Porbandar. Even I'm coming from Bhavnagar for 2 days to be there for the final. So I think it's good to have such footballing communities. It is always nice to have your peers and be able to talk about these kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure this will be a pretty amazing screening. And
Yeah. May the best, man.
having
May the best
having
team win.
200 250 people, it will be a mini stadium environment, and I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Tense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I said, may the best
Bye,
team
guys.
win. Yeah, we are just wrapping up.
Yeah, we're
Thank you guys
wrapping it up.
for joining us on today's special episode, and we hope, as I said, we hope may the best team win, and we'll probably see you guys after the final in Paris, with hopefully us
And
winning.
just
Or yeah,
for all the Liverpool fans who are watching this video, this is time for the 1981 revenge. When you
Okay.
guys defeated
For
us.
all
Yeah.
The last time
all
we
the
won
Madrid fans
UCL
watching this video,
final.
this is the revenge for 2018.
2018.
Yes.
so you are going back to 1981 when it was 1-0.
But that was
It
the
was
only cup final we lost, like the European Cup final. Was
Oh,
Right.
is it? Oh, fair
That's
enough.
the
Yeah.
only final
that-
we've lost.
See,
Yeah.
fair enough. At least it makes me feel good that we were the team that stopped the
Exactly.
mighty Real Madrid once.
Yeah, that's why I respect Liverpool like way more than Man United and City. Way more.
Yeah.
True.
Even if you ask like any of the Liverpool fans, they would still have a little bonding towards Real Madrid than Barcelona because
The
of that
only reason I don't like Real Madrid was because Ronaldo went to.
Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why.
That is obviously because coming from Man United and the hatred we have with United, the rivalry. So that is one reason I didn't like
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
I guess it's
Liverpool and Real Madrid. It's not really a rivalry. Because
Obviously,
it's an
we have
emotional rivalry.
Xavi Alonso playing for obviously both the clubs.
yeah.
So
That's one of the reasons why I don't like Real Madrid a little bit, because he's dumped us to join them. He was like, I started watching football and he was like the first player I liked.
To be honest, he left at a time where Liverpool was
On a
struggling.
downhill.
So
Yeah.
so I would, but he was a Sociedad man himself, and so I mean, it was a natural choice for him to go. But I guess
Yeah.
he is supporting Liverpool this time, so we'll see.
I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you at the screening.
See you.
Ciao.
It was a
Thank
pleasure,
you.
guys.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
having us.
Bye.